Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video in which we're going to learn how to create a voluminous wave hairstyle in the old money style. You'll need any volume spray for this. We're going to apply it all over the roots. Don't skimp, apply a good amount of the product. Now, lifting the roots, we dry the volume spray with a hairdryer. Next, I use a spray powder and apply this to the roots too. The amount of product needed may vary depending on your hair type. I have very fine hair that isn't colored at the roots, and they don't hold volume at all, and they're very long. So for me, there are quite a few steps. If your hair is more porous or shorter, you might only need to perform one or two of these steps, but I had to do 3 steps with the spray powder. I dry the powder with a hairdryer as well, and the final root work step is next. I take quite a large section of hair. I back comb it just 3 or 4 times. Then I lightly set it with the volume spray. Put the volumizing brush underneath and dry with a hairdryer. I do this to 2 large sections in the center and also 2 smaller sections at the sides. Using a natural bristle comb if you have one, but any comb will do, I'm going to smooth down the back combed hair. A correctly done back combing won't hurt your hair, and it should be fairly easy to comb through. Look at this. You can comb through the back combing, but the volume will still remain, and this volume will hold up pretty well. The next step is to actually curl the hair. We'll be curling in very large sections. I'll only be splitting my hair into 6 sections starting in the middle. Comb it forward towards the face and spray with hairspray. Comb it again. The aim here is to get rid of any flyaways and then start winding it onto the volumizing brush. Ideally, you'd use some kind of clamp. That's how I prefer to do this hairstyle on my clients. On myself though, the clamp is a bit tricky, so I just wind it on without one. I hold the section of hair onto the heat styler till the thickest part, the part that I'm holding. So basically, the first bit goes warm. When it's hot, I start to remove the section from the heat styler, but I don't just let it drop. Instead, I wrap it up and hold it in place with a clamp. Check out this important bit. The section should be tucked in a bit. It should go across the forehead. This is the most important section in the whole hairstyle. It's the section that frames the face, so it's important to give it the right volume. Try not to sweep it back too much. It should hang a bit over the forehead. Grab the next big section and remember, don't go too small with your sections in this hairstyle. There'd be no point in doing that. You just spend loads of time and the end result would actually be less good, and then just start curling again. If you're running out of room on your heat styler, you can do what I'm doing right now. Use your fingers to gently move the section downward toward the heat styler's base. Now I move on to the side sections. While we comb the middle sections forward, we're going to brush the side sections upwards and wind them onto the volumizer in the same position. So we end up with 2 sections in the middle, 2 at the sides, and all the remaining hair. I divide that into 2 parts, but this could be 1 section for you, could be 4. It all depends on your hair. Once again, please don't use 2 small sections. I wind them onto the volumizer in the same direction as all the other sections. Now I just let the hair cool down for about 5 minutes, and then I take out our clamps. Next up, we have to comb through all the hair. I use hairspray for hold, and I just start combing it. Just from one side, then from the other, gently. I lift the volume up a little with my fingers. At this point, you could probably stop. It's a more casual, messy version of the hairstyle. But I like it a little more precise. I make a part on the side where I usually wear my hair, and with a comb and some hairspray. I carefully comb and set this style in place. You can also lift up the volume a little with a volumizing spray. I just lift up a section and give it a squirt of the volumizing spray on the underside. And here's our finished hairstyle. I hope that this tutorial was interesting and helpful for you.